Yeah, another great day. Amazing. We had a really good run here. Just look, there's a few comments on where I'm living currently. You see that that's where the security gate is for cars going into the car park beneath where I live. That has been open for well over a week now. It's obviously now inoperative, so there's no real security because anyone can now go basically into the complex without having any security and get up to the flats. So all that wonderful security they got working is now stuffed again because the gates are inoperative. So that's absolutely useless. And another reason to leave this place is the noise. Last night at 7 o'clock I got the din of a power drill going into the wall just near the kitchen, and it was just a deafening sound. And some guy was renovating the flat right next to me at 7 o'clock at night, and I sort of complained about it. He apologised, a young guy apologised profusely and said he just had a couple more holes to put in and there was some sort of a minor emergency they had to attend to, and it wouldn't take long. And he was true. That was true to his word. It didn't go on much longer than that, but it was just after that. Then I copped a lot of walking and crap sort of sound from upstairs. So you know, I'm not going to miss this place. Like, the security's now not there, and the noise levels have gone up. So no regrets leaving city entrance. Okay, that was a reasonably successful shop today on Sunday. The weekends are a bad time to shop down at Cairns Central in the Coles, because it gets pretty crowded generally, unless you get there really early in the morning. It was crowded, but they had plenty of people on the checkout, so I pretty well went straight through. Although this kid in front of me, for some reason, seemed to want to park his empty trolley in front of me and just sort of lingered there while the woman was actually scanning my own stuff. So don't know what he was on about, but no, half the people I seem to bump into seem to be brain dead today. Their minds are in neutral. So I got the essentials. I was going to make up, I needed some garlic, which was actually fairly cheap, so although they're not great clothes, but I'm going to have them straight away, so it won't really matter. I hope it's not the Chinese stuff, because that tends to go off pretty fast. It's not particularly fresh, but when I went to Vic Market, I always used to get Aussie garlic, or I think it's the Mexican was the other one, Mexican garlic. But yeah, if I went to Rusty's, which is the market here, I might be able to find that, but I don't know. I'll pick some up a week's time anyway. I'm going back down to Melbourne, and I'll be there when the market's open, so I'll buy some garlic then. But at least the green peppers have come down in price. They're pretty expensive up here. It's one thing, it is expensive, and they've been reasonable price for the last few weeks, and I use them for one of the main ingredients in this particular meal I'm going to make. So that's good. Other thing I bought was a bottle of port, which is Wolf Blass port. It's on special, only $7 a bottle. It's virtually giving it away. I'm not a big Wolf Blass fan, but this was actually okay, the one I had previous to it. So I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. The other thing is that if you want to buy port here in Cairns, you have to do it after 4 o'clock in the afternoon, because there's an embargo on selling fortified wine beforehand. You can buy as much beer as you want, I think, but when it comes to fortified wine, they've got a strict quota on it, which is crazy. I know why they do it, and I think if you put 2 and 2 together, work out the demographics of Cairns, you can probably work it out yourself. It's sort of very familiar to me because I've lived in Thailand, where they have crazy liquor laws where you have to wait till 11 in the morning, and you can buy grog from 11 till 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Then you can't buy it again until 5 p.m. Until late. So that's crazy, but that's how they do it there. So it's not as bad as that, at least, but it is a quirk of living here. So not a biggie. The beauty is I live so close by, and that's what I love about Parramatta Park. Just walking distance to the supermarket, and I tend to go there a lot. So I don't do large shops, so I go quite often. So it works out well. It's funny that when you go on those travelators, which is the flat version of an escalator, so you can take, you know, prams and shopping trolleys on them. If you do that, if you get into one of those things in Melbourne, people will form an orderly queue to the left. The ones that are just going to be being stationary allow a faster lane on the right. That doesn't happen up here. Most people don't seem to care, and they'll just stand in front of you. 50% might acknowledge the fact that they're blocking you, but the others just don't care. So that's a difference between big city and small city. I think I can cop it for the pluses I have here. It's not a biggie. I'm not in that much of a rush, to be honest. So, but I got to admit, sometimes I think when I go out shopping, there's someone in central casting directing people to just get in front of me and block my way half the time. I mean, it's crazy, but it does feel like that sometimes. But it's a very pleasant day to go out and have a shop. We've had a really long succession of perfect days up here, so can't complain.